Hi there. Is it okay if I show my face on camera again? Wow, was I wrong. Late last night, after much speculation, the #1 quarterback in the class of 2024 did what I thought was the impossible and flipped from Georgia to Nebraska. That is right. The #1 quarterback in the country, Dylan Raiola, is now a Nebraska Cornhusker. And if you guys saw the video I made a couple days ago talking about this topic, you can kind of say that I wasn't a believer. Overall, if you ask me, I personally hold absolutely no weight to Nebraska being able to land Dylan Raiola. Nebraska doesn't have enough NIL money to get Dylan Raiola over there. Let's keep it a buck. I don't care. Dylan Raiola's mom could be the head coach of the team. He's not going over there. Like he's just simply not going to Nebraska. Matt Rhule does not have that cachet to be able to pull a player of Dylan Raiola's magnitude. If he does, this little segment will be a great clip in a future video where I talk about Dylan Raiola going to Nebraska. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's gonna be a Georgia Bulldog through and through. Yeah, I'm looking kind of dumb now. Late last night, after coming off of an official visit to Lincoln, Nebraska, the #1 quarterback in the country, Dylan Raiola, flipped from Georgia to the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Dylan has been a verbal commit to Georgia since May of this year. However, there was always this rumbling going on that Matt Rhule and that Nebraska staff was going to turn over Dylan. Here's what Dylan has said so far about Nebraska. I know they want to win right now. Just from Coach Rhule being the head coach, he wants to do it the right way. He's not going to cut corners. He's going to build it from the ground up. I have a great relationship with him and I feel comfortable talking to him about things. Being able to sit down with Coach Rhule and really understand his vision for that program and where he's headed with that program, and he's proven it at Temple and Baylor, and he's going to win at Nebraska as well. Dylan also said this about the Cornhuskers offensive coordinator Marcus Satterfield. Coach Satterfield, I think, is great. He's coached in the SEC. He's seen a lot of talented quarterbacks. Spencer Rattler, the latest one. They have a lot of great pieces. Everybody is young. I think they're trending upwards in that program. And the Nebraska faithful to help flip Dylan, here's what he had to say about the Cornhuskers fans. I've never experienced anything close to that. Those fans are the best and they have always showed my family love. It means a lot. It's a blessing to be able to experience these fans at these games. They always show out for their Husker sports. It's a great sight to see. Now, Matt Rhule and the Cornhuskers have some rebuilding to do. They're coming off of a 5-7 season where they lost their last 4 games, making them not bowl eligible. However, a major reason why Nebraska struggled last season was because of their inconsistent quarterback play. The Cornhuskers started their season off with quarterback Jeff Sims at the helm, who completely struggled while he was QB1, only throwing for 282 yards with only 1 touchdown to 6 interceptions, and it seemed like he couldn't hold on to the ball to save his life. From there, Chubba Purdy got some snaps in, and while his numbers did improve from Jeff Sims, it wasn't that much better, throwing for 382 yards, throwing 2 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Now, the Cornhuskers found their most success in quarterback Heinrich Haarberg, who he threw for 967 yards, throwing for 7 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions, and he also led the team in rushing, 120 carries for 477 yards and another 5 touchdowns. However, he only completed 49% of his passes. Now, I don't care how good of a coach that Matt Rhule is, if he's not able to have a quarterback that can at least just protect the football, Nebraska's not going to be winning a whole lot of games. Bringing in a guy like Dylan Raiola, listen to his stat line his senior year and tell me if he protects the football. In 13 games in Dylan Raiola's senior season where he barely saw any play in the second half of games, he threw for 266 yards with a 63 completion percentage, throwing for 34 touchdowns to only 1 interception with a QBR of 136. With Dylan averaging 16.7 yards of completion, not only does he show that he can protect the football with that only 1 interception, but he also shows that he is more than comfortable taking those deep shots downfield. Now, one area that I touched on in that past video that I feel like hit a soft spot for a lot of Nebraska fans, as you guys can see by these comments, is how is Nebraska going to be able to afford a recruit like Dylan Raiola? Remember, we're in the age of NIL where a top tier quarterback he's drawing at least $1 to $2 million during his time in college football. Now, Nebraska does have a new NIL collective called the 1890 Initiative, where they launched a countdown to signing day fundraiser last week with a goal of $500,000, which has nearly been met, and there's an anonymous donor who's set to match the first $250,000. And it looks like the president of the 1890 Initiative, Matt Davison, is excited to really put some real money behind Nebraska. He said, "When NIL kind of hit 2.5 years ago, I was personally excited for it because I knew Nebraska had a chance to be great at it, given the history of the program and the passionate fan base." Davison also said, "When it comes to the numbers, we don't really speak about it. What I would say is, I'm confident that we're going to be able to be competitive in this landscape and give Coach Rhule a great chance to be successful." Now, Nebraska has sold out every single home game since 1962. I think that they're gonna have a couple of anonymous donors putting a lot of money into the program, seeing that Coach Rhule was able to land the #1 quarterback in the country, a baby Patrick Mahomes. If they do things right and they're able to bring in some more talent from the transfer portal, flip some more top tier recruits in this class and next year's class because they're putting that money that they need to into their NIL program, Nebraska might see some major and very quick changes to that play on the field. Now, I know I look absolutely crazy for the statements that I made about Dylan Raiola having no chance of going to Nebraska, but hey, I'm able to stand up and say I was wrong. I was 150% wrong if we're gonna keep it real. But I wanna show all my Nebraska faithful what kind of player that you are going to be getting in Lincoln, Nebraska. Let's take a look at Dylan Raiola's senior year highlight tape so you guys can see just how excited y'all should be that Dylan's going to Nebraska. 3, 2, 1. Psh. All right, let's take a look and see what the Cornhuskers' new QB1 is looking like. This kid, I've covered high school football for a while now. I think we're going on year 6 or 7. I have not seen a player with the arm strength of Dylan Raiola. I mean, look at this throw. Like, seriously comprehend how difficult of a throw that this is. Rolling away from his throwing arm. Look, he's pretty much throwing this from this outside hash right here. Throws it across his body into the middle of the field. And how far was this throw? He throws this from the 30 all the way to the 20. That is literally a 50-yard throw. Just bow. Just like, this kid has one of the just sickest arms I've seen coming out of high school. I mean, look at the playmaking ability of Dylan Raiola. It's literally magical. Like, I've been so excited to watch him play. Even when he was back in Arizona at Chandler High School, now that he's over here at Buford High School, he shows that he can get it done versus top tier competition. I mean, he plays for one of the best teams in Georgia, and he goes up against the best talent that Georgia has to offer week in and week out. I mean, just literally so calm in the pocket, unbelievably strong arm. I mean, literal dude hanging on his knee, and he still throws a 25-yard dot. Like, this kid is unreal. And then, yeah, when he needs to let it fly, he could simply just let it go. I mean, he's throwing that from the 12 to the 30 pretty much. Like, come on. He is on another level. He easily has 70 yards in air anytime that you need it. And he has that Patrick Mahomes throwing style. I mean, like, I know that there's a lot of people who want to find like that next Patrick Mahomes. This is him. Obviously, you know, like the mental and like all that other stuff is yet to be seen. But when it just comes to physical characteristics, there is nobody even close to. It's Dylan Raiola and Patrick Mahomes. Like, they both throw the ball the same way. They both have that same. They literally are built the same. They throw the ball the same. They play the exact same way. It's kind of weird how close that they are. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him go to Georgia. I would have really liked to see, you know, just how he developed. But Matt Rhule, he has shown that there's a lot of people that really trust in Matt Rhule. He has all of Nebraska behind him. It's really going to be make it work with Dylan Raiola, and you'll be getting Nebraska back as a top 20, top 15 team in the country. I mean, just look at these throws, all on the move. rolling left to right, you name it, like good platform. Throwing it off of just one leg, jumping. It doesn't matter. However you need Dylan Raiola to get you to get the ball out, I mean, look at this throw. Player in his face, unstable base, still just lets it go and drops it in the absolute corner. Like the ball placement and the deep ball characteristics that he's able to throw is unreal. Step back up into the pocket and just let it go. Touchdown. So all my Nebraska fans, I know that a lot of y'all might be mad at me because, you know, I was saying that there was no way that Matt Rhule and the Nebraska coaching staff was going to be able to flip Dylan Raiola. Like I said, I was wrong. Hey, y'all got me. Hey, I'll be the first person to come up on here and say that I was wrong. The same I will be the first person to come up here and say if I was right. I was wrong this time. Hey, y'all got me. I'm sorry. But y'all should be excited because Dylan Raiola is literally your best recruit of all time. Literally a higher rate of recruit than Ndamukong Suh. That should tell you something. There are some really good days ahead for Nebraska football. I know that you guys have been selling out your stadium since Jesus Christ was born. Hey, now you're going to have a real reason to start selling out those seats. I'm excited to see how Nebraska improves. And I want to hear what you guys are thinking down in the comment section down below. Leave this video a like and hit that subscribe button and turn on all your notifications because it's happy days in Lincoln, Nebraska. I love and appreciate all y'all. Know that if you're going through anything, I know it's the holidays and, you know, I get that, you know, it can just be kind of hectic. You know, there's family coming in, you know, some of y'all might not have family. Whatever you're going through, always know that you can call upon Jesus Christ. He's right there with you. If you're feeling overwhelmed, Jesus can help calm you down. He literally says, cast all your cares upon me because I care for you. And you know, if you're feeling lonely, Jesus is always right there. And don't ever feel like you have to change yourself. Don't ever feel like, oh, I don't know what to say. He knows what's in your heart and he knows exactly what you mean by what you say. So just come to him and he's already been there for you. Love and appreciate all y'all. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.